I love that sound. You know what it means. It means it's Monday night and it's the bottom line with El Jefe. I am El Jefe bringing you up to Monday Night Football. Very exciting. We actually have a live women's field hockey match on 12 ounce sports. It's a mouthful. Empire 8 quarterfinals. So once you're done here, skip on over there. You'll catch the probably last quarter. Unfortunately, the away team, St. John's Fisher, scored two there in the second quarter as I was watching, getting ready to go live. So hopefully the home team, our broadcasting partner, can bring it back home. They just beat them a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago, and it was the first time they beat them in years. So hopefully they can bounce back while I am live. I can't talk. Okay. This is the bottom line with El Jefe. All things sports. We're all over the map. If you want to participate, you can comment on YouTube or X. Our handle's the same on both at 12OZ Sports. You can call the show 330-800-4219. People usually don't, but you can. Or email 12ouncesports@gmail.com. And maybe I'll let you come in the studio and join us. You can buy the host a cup of coffee. We have YouTube super chat, super thanks, super stickers in the YouTube comments for as little as $2. And then other than that, just to get the word out about 12 ounce sports, we're adding content. Daily Dive was back today live at 1. Oh, I almost messed that time up. 1. Convincing myself it's 1. I had a great interview today with, I think, the voice of the Albany Firewolves. So Mike and the gang and Joe behind the scenes is back in full force. So there you go. 12 ounce sports. We're up and running. We got a lot of sports this week too. Not that this show's about just going through the schedule, but I did want to mention we do have the college football playoff first poll reaction show tomorrow night with at least one special guest, maybe two. So there you go. All right. That's what we do here. We bring up some topics. We don't bring up a whole lot of highlights unless it's something I want to be opinionated about. Last week, we kind of touched base on salaries, TV deals. Is there a bubble? The modern athlete. And I think, the modern athlete leads to the first subject this week, the modern celebration, penalties, fumbles, and injuries. Oh my. We had a lot of this in this past weekend. Okay. We've all seen the celebrations. We haven't seen the mishaps every weekend with celebrations, but we did see a lot of mishaps this past weekend when it comes to modern celebrations. And when I say modern, they've been celebrating for decades, but they're getting more and more prevalent. Every play, there's a celebration, and you're seeing a lot more of this stuff. Now, the first one I thought of, obviously, was the Jets game. I don't know why guys still do this. Why do they still do this? I mean, he's dropping the ball before he crosses the line. Have we not learned yet, fellas? Have we not learned? You just make sure you're clearly in the end zone. Clearly in the end zone before you drop the ball. I just don't understand this behavior when they do this. This almost cost the Jets the game. It was a close scanning, a 4 or 5 point finale. This could have cost them the game just because, what is it? I don't know. Help me out. Make a comment on the show. Comment on X or YouTube. Is it swagger? Why do they do that? I don't understand. I've never understood why you're not 100% certain you're in the end zone before you drop the ball. I just don't get it. That was the first celebration that kind of got this topic started for me this week. But there's many more. Now, I do like these ones, but this is pretty choreographed. This is wild. Like, we're playing football. All right. I mean, it's fun. I get it. It's fun. It's fun. It's certainly fun to watch. But at the end of the day, we're playing football. How much time did you spend practicing that? Are we hijacking these games for 3 minutes for this big celebration? It kind of exploded during COVID, did it not? There was no people in the stands, so if the defense got a turnover, they let the entire defense run down to a camera, so everybody at home, that's where everybody was watching from. Nobody could be in the stadium, and they did this big elaborate, production or whatever, celebration, poses, dances, but it never went away. I mean, it makes me laugh, yeah, but We're hijacking a game to choreograph this stuff. It's pretty remarkable. Now, there was no penalty, fumble, or injury on that one. There was a fumble on the first one. There was a penalty on this one. This is pretty clever, too, the modern celebration. This was a high school game, Incarnate Word. I think it's high school. I believe it's high school. He's going to score the touchdown here. And then, we're going to do a dead handstand. I don't even know what you call that. But he did get a penalty for his team. I don't know that it mattered. And then we saw it Sunday in the NFL. So usually the young kids mock the NFL when it comes to celebrations. In this case, the NFL mocked the young kids. I can honestly say in my almost 51 years on the planet, I have not seen a celebration like that. I don't know what you call that. Somebody chime in on YouTube or X. What do you call that celebration? Is it I don't know what it is. I'm at a loss for words. And then the ugly. Here's the bad. Okay. We had the fumble, the Jets game. We had the fun one, the bowling with the Vikings, although I don't know that you should be taking 2-3 minutes to celebrate. We had the penalty in a high school game. I'm not sure they called it in the NFL game. But then we have this one, and I don't like these. But this is what comes. Ouch. I can't even watch it, folks. I'll play it again for you, but I'm going to watch the camera because I have a hard time seeing stuff like that. I hope he didn't ruin his season with that celebration. But okay, I'm going to show it again. Why? Why do you have to do that? I mean, you scored a touchdown. Isn't that enough? And now you may have blown your knee out. You young guys, I see our analytics on YouTube. Okay. Our typical audience is about 20 to 30 years younger than me. So maybe I'm out of bounds here. Chime in on YouTube or X. Why is this necessary? Why is all this stuff necessary where you could cost your team a penalty? You can fumble it because you're letting go of the ball before you're in the end zone, or you can blow out your knee. And I don't even know the name of that celebration because you wanted to leap way in the air and do this hand motion and come down, aggressively on one leg, and then your knee blows out. I don't know. The modern celebration, it's pretty fantastic. Here's the bottom line. You don't celebrate in a fashion that's going to get a penalty. You don't celebrate in a fashion where you're going to drop the ball before you've actually scored. And you don't celebrate in a fashion that you could get physically hurt. That's the bottom line. Okay. What was wrong with, I guess you could get hurt doing anything, but some of the most simplest celebrations, the icky shuffle, are known household names. They're going to be known forever, and they didn't risk penalty. The icky shuffle. That's a different thing. That's going to be the second half of the modern day celebration. It's not all negative. But there was, don't celebrate if you're going to get a huge penalty. Don't celebrate if you're going to fumble it before you're in the end zone, and don't celebrate if you're going to injure yourself. It seems like a pretty simple bottom line. I will say to younger guys, though, the icky shuffle was perhaps one of the dumbest celebrations. We loved it in the 80s, but it would get penalties because the NFL, they used to call it the no fun league. You weren't allowed to celebrate at all. So that's the second bottom line. I am grateful that modern times we're not penalizing guys for, literally the icky shuffle. I'm not going to get up, but he jumped on the right leg and then jumped on the left leg. Flag goes flying. It's like, what did he do? It looked like he was limping, really. It didn't look like that much of a celebration. But there you go. I'll say it one more time. The bottom line to you modern football players or any sport, don't celebrate if it's going to get a penalty. It's going to cause you to fumble before you're in the end zone or you get injured. It's pretty simple, okay? What's not pretty simple, I hope I have it loaded. I do. This was fantastic, okay? First of all, I love these Tuesday, Wednesday games, these Thursday games. Maction, as everybody calls it. Maction's great. Are these often teams that are going to be playing in a 12-team playoff? No. Okay. They're not Usually on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, you're not seeing a perennial power that's going to make the playoff. Okay, but there are some cool storylines. Maybe you have an Eastern Michigan, or I'm thinking of the MAC, but maybe you have a smaller team in the Sun Belt that they're on a heater. The coach is going to win his first conference title or something like that. Then you have things like this: Florida Atlantic, coached by Tom Herman. He's been Ohio State's athletic coordinator. He's been the Texas head coach. Now he's at Florida Atlantic. He didn't do very well at Texas. You have Florida Atlantic against South Florida, two Florida schools, okay? Kind of an ambiguous game unless you understand that last year, Florida Atlantic was blowing South Florida out, and they onside kicked it, I believe, up 42. I could try. Yes. They went for an onside kick up 42 in last year's game on October 14th, 2023. Cut to this year's game. Well, after that, running up to this year's game, Herman was talking about how he views South Florida as his rival. He said, "We don't like them. I hope they don't like us." It didn't work out too well for Mr. Herman. They lost by 23, but in the process of losing by 23, South Florida, led by their coach, Alex Golish, they were up 23, and it was fourth down. Game's almost over. They didn't punt. They went for it. They got a 10-yard pass, got the first down. This was the handshake one. That was fantastic. That should happen every week. Toledo and Northern Illinois. Just let's have some kind of no fights, no fist fights, nothing crazy. Just coaches with the old Harbaugh hard smack on the back of Jim Schwartz when Harbaugh was, the Niners coach. Good stuff like that. Brought a little excitement. Bottom line is, I love Tuesday, Wednesday night football games because you get stuff like that. There you go. All right, folks, don't forget, that's my first two topics. I'm going to take a quick break. But don't forget, you can participate in this show. This is The Bottom Line with El Heffe. I am El Heffe. It's pretty windy outside the studio. Gust up to 40 miles per hour. I'm going to have to call Elon Musk, the Starlink internet. Hopefully, I don't freeze. You'll hear my voice the whole show. But if I freeze, 45-mile-per-hour gusts sometimes are messing with the internet. But you can participate with me, comment on YouTube or X. You can call the show or email us, and I'll put you right on the air. There you go. We'll be right back in about 60 seconds. Pay the bills, and then we have two more good topics. So stick with us. I'll be back. The Bottom Line. Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right. At 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets. I love the flute. Monday night, it's The Bottom Line with El Heffe. We're building up to Monday Night Football. We will preview that game right at the end of this show. I take this right up to the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Again, I said it before the break. You can participate. Comment on YouTube or X. I'll display your comment. You can call us 800-330-800-4219. It's toll free. It's Google Voice number or email 12ouncesports@gmail.com. Topics get a little tougher as we go. First two were kind of throwaway topic, not throwaway, but cakewalks. It gets a little more difficult now. Jason Kelce at the Penn State game. I got a lot of takes on this, okay, but I'm first going to show you the video that everybody was circulating on social media all weekend, including into today, and then we'll go from there, okay? So I'll narrate. Mr. Kelce's going to the Penn State Ohio State game. You know, everybody kind of wanted to be there. 3 versus 4. Getting heckled. I don't want to take sides, but I'm going to, because the heckler, I mean, it's just stupid commentary. If you saw it, it's just dumb commentary. I don't know if it's politically fueled. I don't know why this kid was doing this. I don't know if he was just trying to get a rise out of a star. But he was basically using homophobic slurs towards Jason's brother Travis about who he was dating. Jason had enough of it. I mean, the kid followed him forever, and he turned around, grabbed his phone, and smashed it. The second half of that video, which I thought I uploaded, at one point, Kelce kneels over and the kid pushes him, and Kelce pops up. And I think for a split second, he was going to show the kid just how strong and tough he is. And then he thought, it's not worth it. I mean, he could have destroyed the kid. And the kid did, when Kelce was down on a knee, push him and knocked Kelce over. I don't know what he was picking up, if he was picking up the kid's phone. I don't know. I had the other half of that video. I forgot to upload it. I'm sorry. I was watching the Nazareth field hockey match on 12-ounce sports before this. It's still live. Empire 8 quarterfinals. But first of all, why are you, if that was a student or just a normal fan, I use the term lightly because normal fans don't walk with their phone filming a celebrity, trying to get them angry, trying to get them to do something like smash their phone. What's the purpose? I mean, is everybody trying to go viral? Is that the purpose? Everybody's just trying to go viral. That's what life has been reduced to. And then Kelce, okay, he lost his cool for a second. I get it. Homophobic slurs about your brother, you're going to get heated. He got heated. He grabbed a kid's phone. He smashed it. Was that wrong? Okay, maybe it was wrong. But I think the kid had it coming. And you probably can hear me. I'm freezing a little bit. I told you wind gust outside. I apologize. Squirrel. Lost my train of thought because I saw that signal. Now I'm back. You should hear me the whole time. But at least Kelce showed the restraint at the end when the kid did push him when he was down on the knee, because that could have really got ugly. And I was talking with colleagues today about, well, is he going to get sued for smashing the phone? And I said, well, he's probably just, here's $500, get yourself a new phone, or $1,000 or whatever, $5,000, whatever phones cost these days. They wrap it in your plan, and that's how they get you. So, I mean, you could fault Kelce for smashing the phone, but who walks behind somebody like that for 1,500 feet saying your brother's a homophobic slur because he's dating Taylor Swift? First of all, that doesn't even add up. It doesn't even add up. He's a homophobic slur because he's dating a woman. I don't even understand the whole. So I think the kid's just trying to go viral. He was hoping to get punched by Jason Kelce, so he go viral and sue. That's a scumbag move. Okay. And again, if you're going to argue Kelce shouldn't have smashed his phone, I get it. But Kelce showed a lot of restraint at the end when the kid pushed him while he was down, picking something up. He could have destroyed him. So the bottom line is, if you're going to be a troll like this, you better be prepared to get your jaw broke, or pray that Jason Kelce's of the world show restraint like that. That's just stupid, dumb human behavior. Don't do that. Don't follow a guy. He's minding his own business. He's having fun. We've seen him since he retired. He's out having fun. He's drinking with the common man. He's going to tailgates. He's not harming anybody. Bottom line, leave him alone. Or, if you're going to film him, just be cool. All right. I'm not going to fault Kelce for this. I'm not. He smashed his phone. All right. He'll buy him a new phone. I'm sure he'll buy him a new phone. I'm guessing. But that could have ended a lot worse. So I don't have a soundbite with applause, but kudos to Jason Kelce for showing restraint, because that could have got really ugly. Oh, people, come on. Quit trying to go viral. Seriously, quit trying to go viral. It's not that important. All right, live your life, have a good time. You know, I understand people are going to record things with their phones. I mean, the phones are in our hands at all times. Wish these wind gusts would stop so I'd quit freezing, but maybe you just want to hear my voice and not see me get all animated. Oh, it's so windy outside. I mean, film with your phone. It's in our damn hands or pockets 24/7. But let the viral moments happen or occur naturally. All right. Don't be baiting a guy into something. Now, probably the toughest topic I'm going to cover tonight. I'm gonna try to look at this, you know, right down the middle, neutral, and it's not going to be really about what you think it's about. But San Jose State suspends coach who spoke out about transgender player Blair Fleming. Now, I'll preface this topic by saying I didn't make this a topic really with the full intent of debating whether transgender individuals should be playing in certain sports. That's not really the point of this. I guess you kind of have to touch on it since it is an element in this. But really what went down is the associate head coach of San Jose State knew that there's a player on the team that's been outspoken that one of her teammates is a transgender and didn't think it was fair to women. And then that coach caught wind that the transgender player, Fleming, had conspired with, I think, another, I'm going to read it. I'm going to go to the article here in a minute. So if I get topics wrong, don't get after me. Okay. The coach found out that Fleming had conspired with a teammate and an opponent that they were about to play to basically throw the game so Fleming's not blocking the kills and they're going into the teammate who's been outspoken against Fleming being on the team to try to harm that player. So the coach filed a title, let's see, I got to pull it up, Title IX complaint. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that up here in just a second. The Title IX complaint, which is a formal document that can be filed to address sexual harassment or assault that occurs in a school setting. The assault and sexual harassment, I think, are separated there, obviously. But I mean, this was a complaint that there's been a threat or potential violence against one of these students. The coach filed this complaint because the coach had caught wind because the teammate of Fleming, who was conspiring with Fleming with the opponents, one of the players from the opponent, that teammate confessed to the coach, yeah, we conspired to do this. Fleming wasn't going to block kills. We were going to single out this player, this teammate, to hopefully, get her hurt. Now I'll pull up the article to get some of these things even more correct. Okay. And we'll get into, I mean, my opinion's something, but I mean, if you want to chime in, please, YouTube or X, leave a comment as we go along in this subject. There's a lot of layers to this onion to unpeel in this subject. So the player that they were targeting is, and of course, there it is, Brooke Slusser, who's been outspoken again. Fleming allegedly conspired with an opponent to help San Jose State lose a match and attempt to injure teammate Brooke Slusser by not blocking the kills, which do come at a pretty good rate of speed. Now, and again, San Jose State, they've had many opponents forfeit and say they're not playing because of Fleming. So I think Slusser was getting frustrated about that all these games are being canceled and forfeited. Now, Fleming and another unnamed Spartans player met with Colorado State player, and this is all, I think, alleged. I don't know that this is all fact or been hashed out, but met with Colorado State player Malaya Jones prior to the two teams playing on October 3rd. The complaint continued. Batiste Smoose, the coach, says that Fleming and a teammate left the team hotel, a violation of team policy, the night before the match to visit Jones at her residence. During the meeting, Fleming allegedly gave Jones scouting reports for San Jose State and made a deal not to defend shots from Jones that would be hit towards Slusser. Okay, first of all, I personally don't understand the throwing the game. I mean, you're kind of throwing the game by not blocking shots, but I don't know why they needed the scouting report or the game report or the game strategy. Maybe it would tell them where Slusser was going to be the whole time. But anyways, the player that wasn't named on San Jose State that was working with Fleming to enact this or act this out went to the coach and said, I kind of feel guilty. This is what we did. So the coach filed a complaint. The school fires the coach. I mean, I'm not asking them to suspend players. We don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I mean, I just read the article. I have no idea what happened. But if they suspended the coach for filing the complaint. I think if you're going to suspend the coach, you have to suspend the players. But it sounds like they're immediately taking the player's side when one of the players that was involved in it and conspiring with it admitted to doing it. So why is the coach suspended? I don't understand why the coach. San Jose State, have you lost your mind? I think they're overly protective of this class of athlete that they just knee-jerk reaction suspend the coach. But if they were intentionally trying to throw a game, that's illegal, especially in this day and age with gambling. If they left the hotel in the middle of the night, that's against team policy. So one's illegal on a gambling note, one's against team policy. And then if you were trying to conspire to hurt your teammate, that's a Title IX issue. And they suspend the coach? Why not suspend nobody and let this investigation be played out? You're telling the coach you can't protect this player because we're protecting this player. Okay, we're already protecting this player because all these teams are forfeiting and saying that Fleming shouldn't be allowed on the team. But then Fleming and two other players are conspiring against this player to hurt her. But the school's saying you can't protect her, even though we're protecting her. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And Slusser came out on Twitter and said, my assistant coach, it was the associate head coach, so it was technically an assistant. My assistant coach spoke truth to protect my team. Then they fire her. They took away the only safe space we had in the program because she knew that it was right to stand up for the 18 women on the team, not one man. Take that as you want. I mean, I'm not here to persuade you of anything, but, that's kind of what it looks like is happening is the school said, we have an athlete that we're protecting because of their status, but the coach isn't allowed to protect a different athlete who's of different, you could say, status. Shame on the school. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is if you're going to suspend anyone, you have to suspend them all. Because I don't care what the school thinks. You think the coach is just making this all up. No, one of the conspirators told the coach what was happening. So she was right to file the complaint. What the school probably wanted to do is the coach to come to them first before she filed the complaint. And then the school be like, no, let's sweep this under the rug. That's the worst way to approach these kind of situations. That's not how you solve these problems. This could have been solvable. This all could have been solvable because I don't think anybody was actually hurt. But now they're going to go ahead and suspend the coach. So now you've created new problems. You've created new problems that didn't exist before this problem existed. It's 0 cents. 0 cents. So you're making the coach guilty of something when the coach was merely reporting a crime. Fixing games is a crime, especially with gambling. A broken team violation, which is punishable by suspension, and attempting or planning to inflict harm on someone, which I think is a crime too. So the coach was reporting 2 crimes and a violation, and you suspend the coach. What are we doing? What is happening? This is better for Thursday night. What just happened? No sense whatsoever. That makes no sense whatsoever. So I mean, bottom line is San Jose State should have suspended nobody and investigated. Okay, they probably have plenty of time on their hands because about 2 out of every 3 opponents on their schedule is forfeiting and not playing them anyway. So they had plenty of time to investigate this. So that's the bottom line. They should have suspended nobody, did the investigation, and figured out what was going on. Not this knee-jerk reaction where the school almost makes it look like the coach is 100% right that this was happening because they're overprotecting one, and now the coach isn't allowed to protect this one. No sense whatsoever. That's the bottom line. I wish somebody would chime in. You don't have to. It's Monday night. You're probably getting ready for Monday Night Football. But if you do want to chime in, YouTube and X, your comments will show up. I'll put them on the screen. You can call us or email. There you go. I got one more break. I got 2 more topics, and then the Monday Night Football preview. We don't go past 8. Sometimes we don't even go to 8 because I know you want to watch Monday Night Football, and I want to break that game down. There's some interesting stats in tonight's Chiefs-Buccaneers game that I think sports fans would like to know. So we're going to go over them, but this is the bottom line with El Heffe. I'll be right back in about a minute and 15 seconds. Stick with me.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Oh, it's Monday night. Monday Night Football night. All right. This is the bottom line with El Heffe. We got through our most difficult topic. I was worried, somebody might attack me, but, nobody chimes in, but it's okay. I'll talk to myself. I'm not talking to myself. I see the numbers, but yeah, you're allowed to chime in, YouTube or X. Oh boy. We got 2 more topics, and then we're going to get to the Monday night preview. But, we are talking some football the rest of the way. Derek Carr responds after Michael Thomas says he should get his ass whooped for his throw to Chris Olave. I really don't care for it, was Derek Carr's statement. And it's a pretty reserved response. I didn't bring the video into the studio because, YouTube likes to red flag those things. But here's what happened, and I'm a former quarterback, so I have a few takes on this. Carr was under duress, a little bit of duress, threw it over the middle. Olave caught it, took a shot to the head, out cold. Michael Thomas played for the Saints, played with Derek Carr, probably doesn't like him, said he should get his ass whooped for that. First of all, why? Why not be mad at the coach for running a pattern over the middle where they get hit like that? Why not blame the defender for taking a shot at his head? You can get hit like that anywhere on the field, by the way. And also, I don't know if you've ever played quarterback, Mr. Thomas, but if you see an open guy and you're under duress, you throw it to the open guy. It's not like he's purposely trying to get guys' heads taken off. I never understood this argument. You throw it to a receiver and he gets lit up, and then you blame the quarterback. Okay, there's bad throws, you make the receiver get off his feet, but somebody called the pattern. Plus, you can get hit like that anywhere. If a guy's doing an out, a slot receiver is doing an out pattern, okay, and the outside corner breaks off his man, he now has a blindside hit on that guy, and you're on the sideline, okay? You're past the hash mark. That hit can happen anywhere. When it happens over the middle, people get all worked up like the quarterback set him up. The quarterback, first of all, Derek Carr doesn't want to lose Chris Olave, one of the best receivers in the league. All right. He's trying to complete a pass. And guys get hit like that all over the field. All over the field. Quarterbacks get hit like that at least once a game. All right. Now you want to whoop the quarterback's ass? What kind of precedent is that setting? I'm sure Derek Carr feels terrible, but his job is to complete passes, and you're not mad at anyone else. You're not mad at anyone else. You're not mad at the coach for running a pattern across the middle when you know guys get hit like that over the middle. You're not mad at the safety who hit him like that and knocked him clean out. Nope, you're mad at Derek Carr, which tells me you didn't like Derek Carr before the play. And now you're letting your emotions get the best of you. You're letting your hatred for Derek Carr come out in your tweet. And why are you putting that out anyway? Are you trying to put a target on the guy's head? None of this makes sense. Just say, damn, that was a big hit. I hope Olave's okay. Not somebody should whoop the quarterback's ass. Well, you played football. And part of the element of this is Olave and Thomas are both Ohio State guys. So, that fraternity is stronger than who you played with in the NFL often. Not all the time, but often. So I think that plays into it a little bit too. Oh, a fellow Ohio State guy got led over the middle by this quarterback that I already hated anyway, and he got knocked out. So now I want the quarterback's ass kicked. What? No sense. Does anybody make any sense anymore? The bottom line is Michael Thomas needs to hush up, to stop saying stuff like this. This is stupid. He's smarter than that. He played football. Is he hurt? I want to know. I meant to look this up. Somebody could have chimed in for me. Thomas, misspelling. Let's see. Get him the F out. He also said he was really putting out the comments there. Really putting out the comments. So I wonder if somebody help me out so I don't have to search all night. Comment on YouTube or X. Is Michael Thomas just hurt still, or is he retired? Oh, I should have looked this up beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Stats. I'm not going to find it on this stupid website. He played last year, but I know he was hurt. So I don't know if he's coming back ever again. Maybe he's retired. Who knows? I don't like this commentary. Michael Thomas has been on a football field for, let's see how old he is. I'll look that up. That part I will look up. He was born in 93. Oh, God. He's 20 years younger than me. He's 31. He's been on a football field for like 25 years. He knows you get hit like that under several circumstances, not just when a quarterback is under duress and heaves it across the middle, where guys get hit like that like all the time. I think he hated Derek Carr before this play. I think he has some problem with Derek Carr, and he flipped out. I don't think it's right, though. Bottom line, it's not right. Michael Thomas should have kept that on the down low. Sometimes people, he's 20 years younger than me. You younger people, you think you got to put everything out on the internet. Every thought you have pop up in your head, you got to put out on the internet. No, keep some of it to yourself. That's a bad take. That's a bad take. All right. We'll move on to more bad takes. I'd like to be done about 10 till if I can. I think I can make it happen. We got the Chiefs and the Buccaneers tonight. I'll watch it. Enough time constraints. Speaking of bad takes, James Franklin, come on, man. A man of the people. All right, I'll play the clip first. Man, I really dropped the ball on some of I got to pull it up. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up. I had the video. My goodness. The internet's really wreaked havoc on me tonight, folks. It's really wreaked havoc. There it is. Okay. It's going to play right away. It's going to play right away.
No, you're going to be man enough to call. What's your name?
Okay, the ringing of the bell was kind of funny to me. I don't know what he's doing there. But he kept asking I'll say kid. Everybody looks like kid to me. I'm old. What's your name? If you're gonna be man enough to talk to me, what's your name? Okay. First of all, that's just weird banter. I don't know what the kid said. Probably something ridiculous. All right, just like the Jason Kelce video we watched. Probably something ridiculous. Probably something like you suck or whatever. And then Franklin's just fixated on what's your name? It's just a weird interaction. Here's my take. Here's the bottom line. Okay. James Franklin, you are a Power 5 conference at the time, number 3 in the nation football coach. Why are you stopping? Why are you stopping to argue and banter and bicker with somebody that's probably had a few sodas, some of grandma's cough syrup in the crowd, that said something meaningless and stupid that's not going to affect your life? All it does is hurt you. It's not going to hurt the kid. I mean, the kid didn't do anything illegal, so he's just going to go home. Nobody's going to know who it is. He's going to move on with his life. You're going to get bashed and criticized. Maybe the school will reprimand you. Like, what are you accomplishing? And second of all, why are you talking? Why are you? You're 1-10 against Ohio State. Your one loss, or your one loss. Your one win, 2016 by 3, which means you've lost, what is that, 9 in a row, 8 in a row? You're 1-10 against Ohio State. You're 13-27 against ranked opponents. Okay? Season by season breakdown of how you fared against ranked opponents. You're 1-1 this year. You were 1-3 last year. You were 2-5 in 2021. You were 0-3 in 2015, 3-3 in 2019, 0-1 in COVID year. Like, you have far bigger things to worry about than bickering with possibly drunk fans. I just don't understand what you're doing, James. That was meaningless. And then you ring the bell. Like, what are you doing? Here's the bottom line, folks. If you ever get privileged enough to become a Division I college football coach, Dabo did this, but he was on a radio show. So I can understand. They called into the radio show. Don't do that. Don't waste your time yelling at drunks that are yelling at you. You're not going to accomplish anything. That person, again, is going to go home or finish partying, and you're just going to look bad. And when you have a record like James Franklin has, he looks doubly bad now. You can't win a big game, and you're bickering with possibly drunk fans that came down to the railing to tell you what they think of you. Ignore them. They mean nothing to you. They mean nothing to you or your program other than they bought a ticket. We think they bought a ticket. If you're going to buy a ticket, buy it from 12 Ounce Sports at tickets.12ouncesports.com or go to 12ouncesports.com/tickets. Either way, you'll get the best deal and the best prices and the best seats to all the best sports. All right. I'm almost done. Monday Night Football preview. We got a good one tonight, I think. You get the Buccaneers. They're 4-4. Chiefs are undefeated. Chiefs, something's got to give. We haven't seen an undefeated team in the NFL since Larry Zonka. This opened at 7.5. It's at 9 now, being played in Kansas City. Looks like 65 degrees, probably rainy. Might be a mutter. His mutter was a mutter. It's 59% chance of rain tonight's Monday Night Football. That's going to be fun to watch. Some other breakdowns here. If you are the gambling type, there was a stat that I found that I think you'll all like. Well, this is interesting. The Buccaneers have attempted 192 passes from the shotgun this year, which is the 8th most in the NFL, while the Chiefs have allowed 6.8 yards per drop back against the shotgun this season, 6th worst in the NFL. So that tells me maybe the Chiefs don't get enough pressure when the other team's in shotgun. I think the Buccaneers like to be in shotgun a lot too, so that might play into the Buccaneers' passing game hands. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. The Chiefs have thrown the ball 10 yards or less 75% of their pass attempts this season. Of course, we know Patrick Mahomes is not having a lights out season yet. They're 7-0. I mean, he's Patrick Mahomes. At one point, I think 4 or 5 games in, he had more interceptions than touchdowns, but they've thrown the ball 10 yards or less 75% of their attempts. That's the 4th highest in the NFL. The Buccaneers have allowed 6.6 yards per drop back on pass attempts between 1 and 10 yards, the 4th worst. So the Chiefs' propensity to throw short actually might play into their best interest against the Buccaneers. So interesting little stats and wrinkles there. I also found another one interesting down here. Didn't mean to smack my lips like that. Can just never be serious the whole show. Oh, here we go. Public betting, 53% of bets on the Chiefs, 47% on the Buccaneers, 52% of the money on the Chiefs, 48 on the Buccaneers. Here we go. Buccaneers, 4-1. And I saw somebody comment on Pete's show earlier, so I wanted to look this up for myself. Buccaneers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. And the spread, again, is up to 9. Chiefs are 2-2 in their last 5 against the spread. The spread's back up. Well, look on my bookie. It says 9 on here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's 9. So it's 9 on my bookie, which is a pretty big spread for, I mean, I know the Buccaneers are 4-4, but they're a pretty decent team. They have weapons, and they're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. That might be a good time to strike when the iron's hot, right? That might be a good bet there to take. Injuries. We're almost done with our preview here, and we'll get out of here and get you ready for Monday Night Football. Mike Evans is out. That's going to hurt. Sterling Shepard's questionable. Those are 2 receivers. Chris Godwin's out. Greg Gain. Oh, 3 receivers pretty much out for the Buccaneers. Evans and Godwin out for sure. Sterling Shepard's questionable. So, and Jalen McMillan, another receiver, and Cameron Johnson's out. Jalen McMillan's questionable. I mean, Baker Mayfield's going to have nobody to throw to. All right, I take all that back. This might be a blowout. Although the Chiefs have a lot of people out too. Okay. Juju's out. Hollywood Brown's out. Pacheco's out. Rashee Rice is out. Who's playing in this game? Are they taking tryouts during we should be at the stadium right now. Everybody's out in this game. This is going to be interesting. There are so many injuries between these two teams. Some of you younger, more fit guys should have been at the stadium for tryouts at 5 p.m. local time. Whew, I don't know who to pick now. I don't know who to pick. Well, there you go. That's the bottom line. I don't know who to pick in tonight's Monday Night Football game. I'm stumped because, we'll give you some stats, the tail of the tape before I go. Offense and defense, night and day. Okay, Buccaneers 8th in offense. Chiefs are 29th. However, Chiefs are number 1 in defense. The Buccaneers 23rd. So when you have all those people out, defense comes in handy. So I do like the Chiefs tonight. I don't think I'd lay the 9, but I like the Chiefs overall. There you go. I hope you like the bottom line with El Heffe overall. Hopefully I haven't been lagging. The internet is really struggling with these 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts tonight, but I'm sure you heard the whole show. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful Monday night. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we have our college football playoff show, the first poll reaction show. You'll see some fresh faces, guys that haven't been on 12 Ounce Sports yet, are going to join me in studio, and we're going to react in real time to the first ever 12-team poll for the playoff, the new format. So that's going to be exciting. I'm El Heffe. Again, hope you have a wonderful Monday evening. Peace. Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them. Yeah. Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right. At 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.